All right, Keto Busters, this is Jay Carl again. I'm here to talk about working out. Now, I've done a little working out, mostly walking. Shout out to my buddy Chris Puma. He's an amazing guy. He brought me out from the doldrums almost 20 years ago when I was at my worst. Actually, before then, when I, right out of high school, we were still going to school, figuring out what we're doing, and I really got my body in shape when I was working out with him. And it's one of those things where you're like, okay, eventually I know where I was, I know I can get better, and it's just a matter of working hard. And then looking at people like Brooke Ents, who I think is amazing, and doing a sport that requires so much out of you, it gives me hope that I can do it too, you know. But one thing I noticed back in the day when I was working out, I was trying to get rid of the flapping, bouncing fat that was around the sections of your body that you don't want. And I noticed I was jogging for time. I was trying to do 1 mile, and I noticed in the last burst, the last 100 yards, I'd sprint, and I noticed that my body's flapping around at first, and you know, it was amazing to see how that reduced, because I think there was that movement that the skin says, wait, we're not supposed to do this. So when I noticed that, I said, you know what, that might be it. And I was playing a lot of basketball at the time. I noticed it just started shredding me. All that flappy skin became tight, and I was happy. Well, for some reason, when I go to sleep, one of the things I like to do is I put my TV on a timer, so when I go to sleep, it'll go off, 30 minutes, an hour later. I sometimes forget to set my alarm. Well, in this case, in several cases, it ends up to workouts, and I'm dreaming, thinking, what's going on? And a lot of the times it ended up people doing jump rope. And they show their transformation from jump rope, and some people are combining it with a certain dieting. They go, well, you're jumping around, you're moving your body. I go, that might be it. So thinking about doing that, as well as a lot of the body weight exercises. I do want to work out with my buddy, Chris, and I want to make sure that he knows that he's such a big reason why I'm trying to get where I want to be, because he's doing it with weights and intermittent fasting, and he restricts his carbs. But all those combined, he's really doing 100%. So I want to also be there. Now, I mentioned that I watched some Filipino videos, and a lot of them are people going to the Philippines. And one, I mentioned several UK couples. One is the Juicy Vlog, and I'm telling you what, George and Lucy, you guys are awesome, and you're working out. But and redheads kill me. But that aside, I really like George's positive attitude. When he's, and also when he says power and yes, it really gets me pumped. And one thing he mentioned today is the fact that he stated that a lot of people stop doing their New Year's resolution goals now, and he said you can start back up. There's no foul if you say, hey, wait a minute, I'm not doing what I wanted to do, and you do it, right? Well, thank you, George. Not that I didn't do it, but it gave me a sense of power that you were out there doing it across the world in my ethnic birthplace. I was actually born here in California, so but yeah, thank you for that. You make it a blessing to show me so much of my native scenery and enjoyment. Anyways, besides that, I want to say body weight exercises, because I want to do pull-ups till my arms fall off, do burpees, push-ups, maybe even do some yoga so I get more flexibility. But I watched another thing today where they're talking about people who don't do something lose it. And one of the things is, he mentioned that we used to jump as kids. We didn't even think about it. We jumped. We tied our shoes. We didn't even think about it. And he said that we lose the muscle, we lose the tendons, we lose the joints, and they just explode when we try to use them because we haven't used them in so long. I agree with that. And I'm going to start off slow, and I'm doing my part by lessening the weight, so there's less tension on those muscles, tendons, and joints. But you know, I'm so thankful what's out there, especially on YouTube. You're able to share the knowledge that is gained over centuries and decades, centuries, millennia, and it really improves the quality of lessening the thing you don't want to be, and gives you less reasons to not be who you want to be. So thank you for allowing yourselves to be compasses to where I need to go. And while my goal is the same, how I get there is a path that only I have to choose. But you guys are giving me the directions, and you're pointing the way, and I'm humbled by your ability to make me a better me. I watched the Greatest Showman, and you know, I'm not a big believer in this is oh me, I'm sorry. Being a fat guy most of my life, I never made excuses. I always just tried to avoid situations, or tried to make it a situation for myself to not have to do certain things. Well, I don't want those excuses anymore. And doing this daily vlog, even though I think hardly anyone watches, I need to be beholden to myself, to own thy own heart be true, I believe it said. So thank you for being there for me. I'm humbled and greater because of you. Thank you.